Oh, say, can you see my burning eyes? What's so bright? We and the twilight has evening. Who's wrong stride and bright side. The perilous, perilous flight. Oh, the ramblers we were so gallant, streaming, and the rockets. The bombs bursting in air. Yeah, through the night, and I will find it was Spangled banner. Get away, over the land of life. It is the land of the free, the free. And the home. The home and the home and yeah. We're the home of the brave.
Sports Addicts Anonymous.
Ridiculous.
My name is Tom. That was beautiful.
Most ridiculous intro we've ever had.
Yeah. Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. What happened to Ryan? Did we lose Ryan already?
No, I'm here.
Ryan, did we lose you?
I'm here. You just can't hear me.
Bear with me here. Let me see if I can find you again. What happened to Ryan?
No, it's you.
We've lost Ryan.
It's you, Tom.
Ryan. Did we lose you? Are you back? What do we have?
No, I'm here. I think it's you. I don't think you can hear me. I think your audio.
I can hear you now.
Okay.
All right. Well, all right. Yeah, too many goddamn audio options. All right, we're back. All right. So you're an addict, right? You're Ryan. You're the addict. The addict named
Woo!
Ryan.
Yes. I'm Ryan. I'm a
Woo!
fantasy sports
Fine. All right.
addict. Sorry about putting
Okay.
you
All right.
through the full 4.5 minutes of Aretha Franklin doing her rendition.
I'm not sorry about it at all. It's been 1 week since that happened. And man, I tell you, that was epic. I loved watching it live. I loved every repeated line of it. I loved it. I loved that rendition of the national anthem. That was fucking awesome.
Woo!
It was like hilariously overindulgent and just long as shit. But that, I mean, come on, like Aretha Franklin, that was fucking awesome. As much as it was hilariously too long, it was still pretty fucking awesome. You got to admit, right? That was pretty badass. Like
I was starting to feel it there a little bit, like
Dude.
on minute 3.
No, I was gonna say even Colin Kaepernick stood up. You know what I mean? He got up off the knee. You know, it was like that was like I don't know. I mean, that was fucking. It went on forever. I mean, it was. I think on like the Stern show they were talking about how it was like the Freebird of national anthems. You know, it's just the guitar soloing forever. You know. That was pretty badass. I don't know. I thought that was a great way to open the show today. I'm happy about that.
Either way, you know, happy Thanksgiving. You know, this is the
Happy
fantasy
holidays.
sports holiday hangover.
Woo! Right?
I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving and all
they've
that
got
jazz.
good stuff coming ahead. You know, we got like it's holidays for everybody. You know, everybody's got something good going on right about now. Everybody's kind of busy. I guess that's the news. Let's get into the news. Guys, we've got news.
Well, first off, we just want to apologize. We tried to go live and do our podcast yesterday, but Google Hangouts wasn't working, which is what we do for our live streams on YouTube. And
yes,
we were ready. We were going, and when we tried to start, it just completely crapped out.
So it wasn't on us. Normally the technical issues are on our end. Like my computer doesn't work. My internet doesn't work. Ryan's internet doesn't work. Whatever it is, right? Yesterday it was Google or YouTube. You know, it was like their Hangouts thing. And so I guess that meant like you couldn't use Google Voice at all. And there was a lot of issues apparently. I don't know if they're updating, but we couldn't use it, so we couldn't do our live. I was bummed out too, Ryan. I got all fired up yesterday. I was ready to go. Today, I'm not in the same frame of mind. I don't know.
Well, snap to it, God damn it.
Well, no. Hey, I'm fine. It's all good.
We're live. Hot. Woo.
Hot. Woo. No,
yeah.
I think there were certain topics that I had in my mind, and now maybe they're not as urgent or what. You know how it is when you're all fired up to do something, and then shit changes on you, and you don't know what you're doing anymore.
Oh my goodness! You
That's
got
just
to
kinda
roll with
what
the
it was,
punches,
but
Tom. All right, we're talking about news.
I'm rolling. All right, speaking about rolling with the punches, your boy Mike Conley out.
Yeah, he's got a stress fracture in the back, like some pretty.
That
No,
sounds crappy.
I mean, he's out for like 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay, so about 2 months, maybe, probably.
Probably.
Okay.
And again, if we were doing this yesterday, we would have made the suggestion to go out and add Andrew Harrison.
It's probably old news by now, though, for most people.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's the thing. Like, you miss a day and you're in a competitive league, like, whoop.
You're not getting that player. Yeah. Now, let's talk about what else is going on news-wise. We've had several updates about other basketball players, right? Paul George, injury's not as bad as we were all fearing. Everybody was a little bit like, ooh, I don't know. I was nervous, but he's coming back. So Paul George coming back. That'll be good.
That helps out a few of my teams for sure.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So that's good. And then baseball, there's lots of baseball going on right now. The beautiful thing is the collective bargaining agreement, right? that's been announced. Some of the
Honestly, I was afraid with that new TV contract money there would be some kind of issue, and
you were worried
might
about a
get
lockout
ugly.
or a strike.
Or at least the threat of.
They know better than that.
They're enjoying these $200 million contracts.
Yeah, they're the players and the union. I mean, like the teams and the players. They're not. This isn't 19. What was it? 94.
94, yeah.
Yeah, this isn't. I mean, I don't know what happened 22 years ago, 23 years ago, whatever. But like, I mean, that's not. They've learned from their mistakes. They're never gonna like the sport is hanging by a thread. Their average viewer is like 60 years old.
Right, it's all a bunch of fucking old fucks.
And like when balls are flying out of the park at record rates last year and things are good and ratings are up and the Cubs just won the World fucking Series, like this is a pretty important moment for baseball. They're not going to
honestly, if they went on strike, I probably would have like just hung it up.
What?
Yeah.
You'd stop watching baseball.
Well, honestly, Tom, the 94 strike.
I never saw it. I didn't. I was alive, but I didn't know what it was because we had no baseball in Arizona. You did, but I didn't. I had no sports. I had no baseball. The only thing I had was the Suns. I didn't know what baseball was.
Yeah, and I did, and like honestly, I lost a lot of interest in baseball over all that.
I could see that.
I didn't fully understand it, but I didn't like it.
Well, yeah, when you're a kid, you don't understand the economics and the reasonings why somebody would lock somebody out or somebody would walk out or strike,
So I was at work all last night, so I don't know like the full details of the CBA, but right now the World Series no longer decides home field advantage.
Well, no, it's the All-Star game. That's the big news.
The
All-Star game.
What I meant, sorry.
So like, see the pugs agree. Woo!
Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself for a sec.
Okay, Ryan's muting, but yeah. So the big news: home field advantage for the World Series is no longer dictated by the All-Star game, which is a beautiful thing. We've complained about it many, many times. We've said if the All-Star game, air quotes, counts, then count the fucking stats, right? Like Trevor Hoffman blows 2 saves 2 years in a row and cost the National League. Like that should count. That should be on his permanent record. You just cost the entire league home field advantage, right? That counts if you're counting it. But now we're not counting it, so that's good. I think we're all pretty excited about that. I know that would have factored in favorably, ratings-wise and tourism-wise for Chicago this year. But as such, right? Like James, our buddy Cubby Knoll, he was in Chicago for Game 7, but Game 7 wasn't in Chicago, minus the stupid All-Star, game home field advantage rule. Game 7 probably should have been in Chicago, and that would have been cool as hell. But there might have actually been riots, so maybe it's better. I don't know. James, you'll have to tell us again. We still. God, what?
I don't know. I'm just happy that that's done away with. Like that was
that was bad.
Shit.
That was Bud Selig being a complete fucking moron. So sorry.
Well, it was because it ended in a tie. Like, well, we can't have the All-Star game end in a tie. Let's make it worth something.
No, you know what they should do if the All-Star game ends in a tie? Play more tomorrow. Right? Just resume the extra innings tomorrow.
Who cares if it ends in a tie?
Honestly, I'd just rather see the game.
I don't know. I was saying they need to make a full-on spectacle of it with like targets worth like 8 runs and the golden ball and
so like factor in the whole like home run derby sort of mentality, arcade mode.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was that? What was the game?
Well, let's let them play with corked bats and give them juice balls. And
what was the game like 10 years ago? That was like it was some like
Slugfest.
Was it Slugfest? There was the baseball game. It was like some goofball like arcade mode baseball game, but it was like every player was super juiced, and like you could like everything was like way over the top.
there were like fights when you like got a tag out at a base. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. That sounds fun, man. Maybe they should make the All-Star game like that.
Absolutely.
Hey, at least there's no home field advantage on the line. Let's just enjoy it. I still think the All-Star game could be retooled in many ways. Like it should be a mini World Baseball Classic, if you ask me. The whole USA versus the world.
Versus the world. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. I think that's maybe the best way to go for the All-Star game for baseball. I really don't know, but I mean, who am I? But I feel like that's a good way to go. So yeah, Cespedes. Speaking of world players, right? Cuba, bam,
Right.
back with the Mets. Are you surprised by that?
No.
I'm not either. I'm not. I mean, he fits there. He makes sense. But
And
I think
4 years. Like I think that's about the right amount of time.
now, how old is he? Is he 32, 31?
Off the top of the head, yeah, he's somewhere right around there.
I mean, I don't know how old Jonas Cespedes is, but again, re-signing with the Mets, I think that's pretty sweet. Like, they need that. They really do. I mean, the Mets need offense. And so, I mean, minus Cespedes, I don't even know who the fuck hits the ball on that team. I mean, really, think about it. How bad is the Mets offense?
Right.
Well,
they got the pitching. I mean, they had the pitching. They didn't have it last year, as we all know.
Well, certain players fell apart and certain things happened. And in theory, they have pitching. I mean, they still got, they've still got Wheeler, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the Mets still have pitching options. They got plenty of pitching. Their bullpen's decent. They've got options to work with in that department. But offensively, they don't have much. And so Jonas Cespedes, we know what he can do there. We've seen it. Is he a guy you're going to target for fantasy baseball coming up? Maybe January, February when we start drafting again?
Yes. I mean, again, I've
you like him, yo?
I do. I got a lot of them.
You're like, hey, yo.
Yo.
Yeah. You like, all right, so you like your Jonas. Okay, all right. So, I mean,
speaking of these drafts, we forgot to pimp our boy Andrew at FantasyAid. Hopefully,
I thought that was like a separate thing, but yes.
Andrew I thought it was part of the news.
Okay, well, we skipped over the other shit, but it's fine. Whatever. Andrew from FantasyAid, mock draft. Woo!
Woo woo! Someone's saying draft.
We said draft, baby. Get yourself in it. Mock draft on FanTrax. Yeah, we said FanTrax. Yeah, it's on, but it's a mock draft. So the league's going to get deleted. We're just going to enjoy that really nice, super sexy FanTrax draft application. And if you haven't done a FanTrax draft, well, it's hot and sexy. But the rest of FanTrax sucks, so we're glad that the league's going to be deleted.
Right. It's just a mock. Okay, we got J Money screaming draft.
Woo! Hey, that's our boy. It's our boy. We haven't had it. We got to give him a shout out. We haven't talked to him in a minute. That's our. We got.
Well, I mean,
all the addicts have been on holiday mode. It's a shame.
Everybody's been in town. We've been busy. Like, I mean, for me, my wife's birthday is the week before Thanksgiving, and then Thanksgiving. Whatever, it's that time of year. Plus, there's not necessarily a whole lot going on. Like your baseball teams are doing the thing. Like football, you either know you're in it or you're out of it at this point.
I think you meant basketball teams.
Well, and football.
No, you said baseball.
Football, whatever.
All your teams, they're all doing what they should be doing.
Sorry, we were talking about baseball.
We were. That's all right. You were just side. Never mind. I don't know. I probably just broke the rhythm there. Oops. No need for that. I was just trying to.
Well, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of at the. Like, this is like the slowest point of fantasy season.
It really is. Over and over. I mean, this is the point at which like people are like, well, I got my wife and I got my holiday and I got my blah blah blah.
I mean, this is like the time when baseball's in its grind and football hasn't drafted yet.
Right. And so, I mean, Yeah, I'm ready for football playoffs. I'm excited. The two FSAA leagues, I'm looking okay. I did drop out of first place in one of the leagues. I was bummed as shit about that last week. I was hoping to go 10-2, but I ended up 9-3.
Still pretty good.
But yeah, no, I mean I'm okay. I'm okay. I'll probably end up with a bye week, but when you have first place the whole season and then you lose it, you kind of feel bad about it. But that's, you know what? I mean, as much as I always say football's not my fantasy sport, I think it's starting to become my fantasy sport in some regards. Just because, like, again, I don't know what the fuck's going on at all anywhere in terms of football. But just like a blind read, I can go in and I can play. You know what I mean? Like, I know who to add. I know who to stay on top of. As long as I'm active and I have a pretty decent draft, I feel like football's not bad for me. I don't know why.
You're
I'm
better
starting
at stuff you don't know what the hell you're doing.
you know what I mean? It's almost like I don't know enough to hurt myself or something. I don't know. It's kind of funny. You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
No, I mean, again, that makes perfect sense.
Well, like, I go into basketball, I've got, like, I know everybody in basketball and I know everybody in baseball, but I go in with all these, like, okay, this is what I want to do. These are the players I want. I got this strategy. I got this
with
idea.
like just too much sleepers and upside because they're your dudes.
Right. Exactly.
In
exactly.
football, you play more towards the floor than the ceiling.
Exactly.
Like, if you get all your players in the basketball or baseball league, like, yeah, your team usually just runs roughshod. And like, oh, it's great.
Right.
But that doesn't always happen.
No. But in football, and honestly, to me, of all the sports, all the fantasy sports, pickups are important everywhere, right? Players you add on the waiver wire, players you go pick up. Some about football, though, specifically.
Yeah, just being active.
It's if you're active in football, fantasy football, you're fine. I mean, honestly, like, that's the number one thing.
That's how I do when I play hockey.
Okay. Did you do a hockey draft this year?
I didn't do a hockey league, which I'm actually kind of upset about. I've just way too many leagues and too many accounts and side accounts and different websites, and like football or hockey just kind of like came and went.
I've only got one hockey team. It's there's a couple addicts in the league. We just did a public Yahoo league. I believe it's I think it's Keenan and maybe Reese and JD, Joe, and myself.
I know there's a couple of the addicts that got into the hockey league.
Yeah, we did.
I wasn't able to make it. Otherwise, I would have.
We're all kind of like middle of the pack. I mean, nobody's like running away with anything. I think I'm playing JD actually this week. I'm not positive. I either played him last week or I'm playing him this week. I can't remember, but it's one of those things. Like hockey, again, I'm not watching much hockey, but it's if you pay attention to the stats or the players that are hot and you make moves, right? Like my big deficit going into the season was goalie, and I've managed to sort of work that out. So I had poor goaltending, but now I have okay goaltending. I'm okay with that. Making moves, right? Now,
that's what it comes down to. That's our number one rule. Looking at it, we're active. That's the first leg of the pyramid.
It is. Yes.
Active, you're going to be competitive.
And the obvious ultimate goal is to be victorious. Woohoo!
Woo!
Or you try anyways, right? I mean, come on. All right, let's
triangle.
Triangle. All right. Hey, speaking of that, we're part of the Illuminati with that triangle, apparently. Now, one more move. Speaking of moves that were made, Edwin Encarnacion, rumored or apparently semi-officially Houston Astros.
That was the talk on our Twitter feed, but I don't know if it ever got.
I don't know if it was
finalized
or consummated.
Confirmed. I mean, there's talk of it waiting until the CBA passed before it went through, which made sense. So I think we're gonna see it.
So I think it's safe to say, right? Edwin Encarnacion, Houston Astro.
I don't know. I was at work call last night. I'm sorry.
You missed Twitter. There was no Twitter at work.
I've been busy.
Okay, well, James Cubby Knoll, our buddy Cubby Knoll, popped in. He was talking about 50 home runs. Do you think 50? What was the over-under? It was kind of like one of those over-under questions. 50 home runs for Edwin Encarnacion in Houston. I said under. I replied under. I did the official FSAA reply. I was like, he's going to bat clean up, but it's going to be slightly under 50. Like, it's going to be like 35, 40 plus. We know that.
50 is just a huge number in this day and age.
Yeah, it's so unlikely. I mean, there's always a chance he has that kind of power, but I mean, given the strength of the lineup, I mean, Houston's really, really aggressive in the offseason so far.
Money's saying 47.
47. Okay, all right. That's what I was thinking. It was somewhere like kind of like just slightly below 50. You know what I mean? I didn't see fit, but you know what's funny about Edwin Encarnacion? I remember when he was like a rookie. I remember when he was nothing and he sucked. And all of a sudden, like not all of a sudden, it's been like the last 10 years, but top 25 player, legit power all the way across the boards. And I gave up on him. He's one of those players I gave up on. We all do it. We all have those players. But he was one of those guys where it was like he was on a bad team and didn't really hit well and never really showed his promise. And then I gave up, and then all of a sudden he's playing somewhere else and doing even better.
You're too goddamn stubborn to admit you were wrong.
I didn't say I was wrong. Well, I am wrong, I guess, on him. We didn't have our dynasty league, so I clearly don't have any Encarnacion shares in dynasty. But I'm thinking, remember, like way, way back. I've always been aggressive, like Bronson with the youth and the upside players. But Encarnacion, again, just never really did that when I was drafting him as one of those youth and upside players. So I gave up on him. And then he became a known quantity, and I've never drafted him not because of that, but since then. I don't know. It's funny, but he's actually like had a very, very legitimate career.
Right.
I mean, if he keeps going another couple of years, I mean, that's a legitimate, like we talk about the Fantasy Baseball Hall of Fame. We haven't inducted anybody yet this year, but, he's in there with your Maglios and your, right? Is he not? I think he's getting into the Fantasy Baseball Hall of Fame. I think he's probably not Baseball Hall of Fame. God damn, what's going on outside? The hell's going on with that? He's not Baseball Hall of Fame, I don't think, but he is Fantasy Baseball Hall of Fame. I think so. Am I wrong? I don't know. No? What?
No, I mean, he absolutely is.
Okay. All right. Well,
I said he was.
Okay. Now, I'm assuming he's playing first base or DHing because Houston's still got some roster flexibility. I mean, right? Who's going to play third? Kind of a question. I mean, they got outfield issues. Didn't they sign Aoki this offseason too? They've been aggressive.
I haven't been paying too much attention to the baseball offseason at this point yet. I'm waiting for at least winter meetings and.
No, we're almost. There's already been moves, dude. D-backs made a killer move, like day before Thanksgiving or some shit. That was fucking awesome.
Okay, James Cubby Knoll saying that Pirates are targeting one of the Nats' top prospects in a McCutchen deal.
Really? So McCutchen.
Pirates.
I'm trying to.
Nats.
Yeah, I'm trying to picture the Nationals outfield. Tris, where are you? Tris, where are you? Seriously. So we know our buddy Tris, but yeah, I mean, all right. So McCutchen, center field. I'm assuming, and Harper right, and where does Jason Worth figure into that? Because they've got a lot of options for outfield.
Right. Outfield, I mean, Trey Turner is also playing in the outfield some.
Well, I mean, again, they're going for it. Their window's now. I mean, when you've got Scherzer pitching as great as he is, and like prospects like Giolito, I mean, Nationals definitely have, they got stuff going on. They're an exciting.
Yeah, I mean, again,
if they get
with
Sale,
McCutchen, that fucking puts them in a
McCutchen.
I mean, they're contenders without him.
They are. All right, let me ask you this. If you're the GM of the Washington Nationals, okay, and you've got your choice, you can only get 2 of these players in a trade, McCutchen or Chris Sale. Who is it that you have to get?
McCutchen.
I say Sale.
I think the Nats have enough pitching.
Now, do they have to give pitching to get McCutchen? Because
Giolito, yes.
You think Giolito goes for the McCutchen deal?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know that I would buy McCutchen with Giolito.
I would.
I mean, if I had to get, I don't know. If I was moving Giolito and I'm a GM of a baseball team, I'm probably moving him for like another pitcher. Just, I don't know why, but that just makes more sense.
Money saying Sale. I mean, that's the whole you can never have too much pitching.
Well, think about that.
I like being
Sale and Scherzer.
In the middle.
Sale and Scherzer. I mean, come on. That's the SS destruction right there. Yeah.
Right? I was just thinking something along those lines.
Yeah. I mean, Sale and Scherzer, that's fucking ridiculous pitching. That's a hell of a. I mean, that used. I'm trying to think of dominant pitching. Kershaw, Greinke, with the Dodgers for a minute, But that's Sale and Scherzer as a 1-2. That's pretty badass. That's a lot of left-handed dominance. What's going on in the background there? The hell's going on, Ryan?
Packing boxes.
Oh, okay. So you're podcasting and packing.
Not me.
Oh, not you. Okay. All right. Well, I wasn't sure what was going on. 4K. You're rocking a 4K TV now, aren't you?
Black Friday, baby.
Black Friday. It was good. It was kind to all of us, wasn't it?
I hope so. I hope everybody else out there too.
Yeah. Hope you all got your 4K TVs.
I just gotta get PS Pro.
Why do you need a PlayStation Pro?
For the games that are not out yet.
I feel like I'm okay without a PlayStation Pro. Have you seen it? It's huge.
Yeah, it's actually stack high.
Yeah, it's kind of goofy looking, but maybe we'll see. We'll see. Maybe you get it. Maybe I don't know if you need it though. Well, I don't know. I love video games though. I'm waiting. This whole generation of consoles has been a fucking letdown so far. Where are the games? There's no games. I'm playing a goddamn old game right now. It's not bad. I'm loving it, but I already loved it. I want to love something new. Where's the good new shit? And apparently we didn't need this generation of consoles. We needed the generation 0.5 of this generation, right?
Right.
And then just wait 3 years and get the good games finally 3 years fucking in. Right? Like Red Dead and the South Park game coming in March, and well, fuck. It's a long wait. It's a long goddamn wait. And in the meantime, by the way, did you hear about the new next year's The Show? There's some big Ken Griffey Jr. thing going on with it.
No.
Oh, there's a Ken Griffey Jr. cover or some shit. I think he's one of those gold unlockable characters. I don't know. I think there's some. I don't know. I just saw it on Twitter. That's all. I was excited because I was like, "Ooh, that sounds cool." I mean, we all love The Show. We all play the shit out of that.
Yeah, and I like the fact that they included legends in the fantasy draft shit.
Yeah. Right, you could go get some Griffey on your team.
Harmon Killebrew.
Well, that's yeah. Can you draft Randy? I need Randy. I want Randy on my any team I'm playing forever. I want Randy Johnson on it.
Right? That slider was unhittable in every game.
Dude. I mean, I'm trying to think of guys. There's no one that dominant right now. I mean, there's very good pitchers or very great pitchers. I mean, Jose died, but Kershaw is still around. I still don't even think Kershaw is as good as Randy. I really don't. I mean, Randy was a goddamn god. He was a fucking god. I mean, that guy, like, literally, I mean, think about Randy Johnson in his prime.
Right.
And his prime was when he was, like, almost goddamn 40 fucking years old. Like, all right, what was it? Randy Johnson was, like, 36 years old, I think, in 2001 when the D-backs won the World Series. And Kurt Schilling was, like, 34. Yes, they were very old, dude. They were ancient. They're like, yeah, they were ancient in 2001. And he just got better. He kept getting better. And that's why that whole steroids era where, like, Roger Clemens and the steroids, like, right, he kept getting better. That was different. Right. Like, Randy Johnson naturally kept getting better.
Well, I mean, again, the stuff was always there. It was just putting it all together.
Harnessing the control.
Yeah.
And that's when he...
Yeah, learning how to...
You know, we're right, but do you know what it was? When he became a mean motherfucker. When he became a dirty son of a bitch. That's when it came together. Because otherwise, he was just some goofball tall guy with a mullet. But when he got mean, when he got angry, that's the real Randy Johnson. I don't know. We went way off topic. Sorry, I got all geeked
Randy
out.
Johnson and the fantasy
I got all
sports
geeked.
podcast.
I got all geeked out about Randy Johnson. I'm sorry. I was just thinking about man. Oh man. Oh, I want to go back. Remember we used to go to as many games as we could just to be there. Like, oh, we saw Randy Johnson. Like, we used to go to every Randy Johnson start we could. Of
course.
Oh man, I miss that shit. Hell, I stayed alive for that shit. You remember that? It was 10 years ago. I was like, boy, I sure hope the Diamondbacks somehow get Randy Johnson back and I live through my heart surgery. And what happened? They got Randy Johnson back.
Yeah, but the worst thing about that is he didn't win number 300 here.
They didn't let him get number 300 in 2009. Yeah, I mean, that's the D-backs for you. The D-backs kind of run a shitty team, unfortunately. As much as we love them. But all right, let's get on this. Let's talk some fantasy here because we kind of got you're right.
All right, we went off on a way tangent. I mean,
I'm sorry. I got all fucking nostalgic. It's the goddamn holidays. I get all emotional. You know, like yes. I got all excited about Randy Johnson for a minute.
So let's
Q&A. Hey, wait.
Yeah. Who's there?
Who is it? Who's there, bitch? It's Q&A, bitch. Questions and answers.
Woo!
Woo!
All right.
Did we do that right?
Yeah.
All right, we've had a lot of questions. There was a lot of unanswered questions on our YouTube page.
Wait.
Whoa.
Sorry. Speaking about Randy, before we go into the Q&A, we just got to talk about this.
Okay. All right.
He says his friend's mom boned him before she got married in the early 80s.
Whoa. Who did this? Whose friend's mom fucked Randy Johnson?
Cubby Knowles.
So James' friend's mom fucked Randy Johnson.
Yes.
Dude, I bet he blew a load through her back like Superman.
Really?
I fucked up that quote. Sorry. But blew a load through her back like a shotgun. Oh, man. Well, they did call him the big unit for a reason. I mean, Jesus Christ, that's his nickname, the big unit. I bet James's friend's mom is probably tore up. I feel bad for whoever's with her now.
Right.
I
mean, he's 6'11".
Wait. Can we have locker room talk now or not? I don't know. Is it safe? I feel like we're not okay with doing this in 2016. I want to talk about how destroyed the woman. Right? I want to talk about how destroyed this woman's vagina is, and I don't think we can in 2016.
Q&A.
All right, go back to the Q&A. All right, hey, I bet that lady was one satisfied customer. That's all I'm going to say. Double A, it sounds like a Bull Durham story. That's great. I love it. That's awesome. All right. Q&A. No more Randy Johnson big unit stuff.
Okay.
All right. No more dicks and vaginas.
So we've gotten a couple questions on our YouTube chat from Wall MVP.
Yeah, we have. We missed a few of them.
George Hill and Rubio for Bledsoe and Parsons.
Oh, God. George Hill and Rubio.
Right. I mean, Parsons, he doesn't even factor into this goddamn equation.
Right. Yeah, like, that just makes it even because it's 2 for 2. Jesus. I don't think I just don't like the players coming back. I don't think it's bad deal per se, but I just don't know if I like. I mean, again, you're selling high with George Hill. We were talking about him a couple weeks ago or last week or something with the sell high candidate. Like,
yep.
I don't know. How do you feel about that? Like, I don't know if I just don't like the players coming back or what.
Last year, I recommended someone to trade for Eric Bledsoe right before he got injured. And so it's always that buyer beware, but if Bledsoe stays healthy, it's a great deal. But it's just one of those buyers beware thing.
I mean, Bledsoe has been really, really good so far. He's been really good so far. We're just like, I guess we're just so afraid of the injury risk. And even as like hometown Suns fans, we're like, what the fuck? But you know what? If this is like redraft, and even, I don't know, even if it's dynasty, like I was thinking about this. I was looking at Bledsoe in our dynasty leagues. I was considering that as some sort of trade I might go after, see if I can get him because of the injury risk, get him slightly below value. I just, you know what? Fuck it. Go for it. I don't know if I like Parsons coming back, though.
Again, like I said, he doesn't even.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just Rubio and, George Hill, and you're selling high trying to get Bledsoe. Would you do that? I think I'd do that.
Yeah.
I guess it's okay. I mean, you know what? Fuck it. Let's be uplifting and positive here. Let's be optimistic. Let's think about Bledsoe being good. Instead of crapping on our own hometown guy, let's back him up. We were excited when the Suns got Bledsoe before all the knee injuries.
Right.
And Bledsoe's doing what we've seen. He's doing what we thought he was going to do this year. I mean, like, not that we thought he was going to do it this year, but
he was doing it last year, and I mean, Bledsoe's a great player when he's healthy.
Yes, but the injuries, the injury risk, I think we've just become jaded. Yeah. But I think, how many Suns games have you watched this year? Have you watched that many Suns games?
A few, yes.
All right, Bledsoe's look really good, dude.
He has.
So, you know what? I'm gonna go with the trust Bledsoe situation. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I don't like Rubio. I don't like George Hill. And even though I'm afraid of Bledsoe, he's really doing well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. So this next one's from Sid the Kid.
Hey-o.
He's asking about Will Barton and if it's okay to drop him at this point.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
I hate to say that because I was a huge
I tried to tell you he was a bad player on a worse team.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just because his injury was so poorly timed. And there's a lot of interchangeable pieces on that Denver team. Right now, it's Wilson Chandler contributing across the boards, looking like a Kawhi Leonard Jr., right? Am I wrong? I mean, like, it's Wilson Chandler. Wilson Chandler's putting up top 25 shit.
He's done that shit before, though.
Well, he has, but that's the thing is there's a lot of interchangeable pieces. Barton can do that too. And so I think just because it was an inopportune injury, he had the starting role. He was the guy for a minute, and then he got injured, and now it's Chandler because he's back from his injury. I think it's just one of those situations where they're interchangeable pieces, and hopefully somebody gets a trade. But the thing about Denver, obviously, we know there's a lot of injury history between Chandler and Gallinari. Yeah, like, so there's always the chance, right, that Will Barton comes back and starts playing again or gets some actual – I mean, he'll come off the bench and do good, decent. I mean, he'll give you decent numbers, but, like, that's the thing is he's not going to be the main guy while Wilson Chandler is doing what he's doing currently. So Barton, I'm still like, he's definitely in my watch list. If I'm in a deeper league, I'm holding, but if it's a small league or just 10 teams, 8 teams,
standard 12,
standard, yeah, you could drop them.
14. Okay, I'm dropping them.
You're even dropping them. See, I'm holding them in our dynasty because, again, I've got the room.
I wouldn't be.
No, I've got room. I believe in the upside. I do believe in the Will Barton upside, but I don't.
Okay.
If there's literally like no room to move, and you need to go add somebody, like you were saying with what's his name injured, Conley injured, right?
Right, and add Andrew Harrison, which leads us into this follow-up question by Sid the Kid, and he's just like, who are some sleepers that maybe you should look for on the waiver wire?
All right, and you're saying Anderson?
Well, I mean, that's kind of what I was getting at. At this point, it's not necessarily about sleepers. It's about playing time and opportunity. Like, yeah, okay, you want to talk sleepers. Maybe there's some rookies that haven't earned their way into rotations yet that might. But really, you're just trying to be active on players that get injured or take over somebody else's starting role.
Okay.
I mean, I think we talked about like John Henson, who's been getting minutes and hasn't.
He's up and down.
Yeah. So it's just more or less like trying to be active and getting an injured player or adding somebody that was dropped, probably shouldn't have.
Like Jokic, right? Do we have any Jokic questions? Jokic?
I think that was on the Twitter, but I don't have the Twitter page pulled up. But okay. I forget who asked it. But, yeah, they were asking about dropping Jokic for
Zeller.
Okay, Zeller was.
So do you drop Nikola Jokic for Cody Zeller?
No, you never drop somebody.
No. You already overinvested, okay? So you gotta go down with that shit.
To us when we had him on our do not draft list.
Well, all right. You know what? It doesn't matter. Maybe it was like an auto pick team. Who knows? Whatever.
I just got to our own horn when we can.
I know. But that's the thing. Is like as much as we were down on Jokic, we were all like, "Yay, Nurkic!" And look how that's been. I mean. Right? What's going on is they're trying to showcase Manimal and get him out of there. So I think really the situation is just sit and be patient. I mean, you drafted him that high, you paid for him, you got to go down with the ship. I know that sucks, but I mean, if you're going to trade, like you can't drop him, you got to trade him. If you're going to trade him, throw him in a package. Try to do a 2-for-1. Like maybe try to move him in a piece for like I don't know, Miles Turner, something a little more secure. But really, like, I mean, again, I did add him. He hasn't done much for me. Remember the last podcast, you were bullying me into adding Nikola Jokic?
Yes.
But I'm still okay. He hasn't done shit. He doesn't really fucking factor
in. I mean, last game, 17 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists.
Okay, all right. Well,
the game before that, 13, 11, and 3. Like,
it's a situation where you have to wait and be patient. That's the thing. Is like, I mean, again, when I'm rocking a lot of Anthony Davis, Nikola Jokic doesn't factor the fuck in. But right. That's just the thing. I mean, don't drop somebody you drafted that high. You have to at least try to trade him.
Right.
And if you're going to mean, again, that's the situation. Like, let the season play out a little bit. At worst, he's like your last guy coming off the bench.
I mean,
And like,
again,
yeah, that's a disappointment for how much you paid for him, probably in a draft, drafting him early in the maybe third, fourth round, or in an auction draft, you paid a bunch. But like, I don't know. I'm still okay with that. And actually, he's probably one of the best like buy low candidates you can get.
well, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, he really probably is. I mean, if somebody out there dropped him, like again, I can't believe he was out there for like 2 weeks in that league at least, just sitting there. And I didn't add him. I didn't need him, but like he's not hurting or helping.
And then
really
I bullied you into taking him.
Yes, which was fine. My team's probably better for it, but I'm mostly waiting for when they like turn him loose, And that's the situation with Denver. There's a lot of hands, a lot of mouths, a lot of I don't know. Everybody's like in there getting a little piece. And so eventually things will solidify, right? Trades will happen.
Right.
So, I mean, who are you like more excited about rest of the season? Nurkic or Jokic?
Jokic.
Okay.
I mean, again, if I had it in a vacuum where I could just pick either one of them, yeah, absolutely Jokic.
Well, I mean, again, a lot of what I was saying was like they have to handcuff each other. You almost have to have both of them when you draft.
I know. We've been saying that like every podcast since like before the season started.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully Manimal gets a trade or something and playing time works out. I don't know.
Sorry, we just got to take a quick pause and give Jay Money a quick shout out. Ooh, hit that donate button.
Oh, shit. He hit the donate button.
Woo!
Woohoo! All right. Thank you. That's our executive producer, Jay Money Smooth. Right?
Thank you.
Thank you. If you want to get a really loud shout out, hit that donate button on the YouTube channel. Or you're listening to this podcast, leave a review on iTunes. We'd appreciate that.
We haven't even been updating our podcast to iTunes.
Well, that's because our website's fucked out the window.
It still works. We just haven't done it.
It still works?
Yeah.
What part of it works? There's nothing about this website that's working for me currently.
Well, you can still upload podcasts to iTunes through it.
I don't even know where, man. I don't even know where. The whole thing's
same place you always did.
Well, I feel like the whole program's cocked over.
You're cocked over.
You got dicks in your eyes. Son of a bitch. We're just getting belligerent now. All right. We had a few more questions, right? Do we have some more?
Yes.
Some more hoops?
Yes.
All right. Let's get some more hoops. More hoops Q&A.
All right. This is from Daniel Alvarez. Would you guys trade Kawhi for George Hill and Gordon Hayward?
No.
I'd take the Kawhi side.
Yeah. Yeah. You got Kawhi. Why are you even fucking talking about trading?
I mean, maybe if it was a 14-plus deep league.
Right, like you have to have.
But Kawhi in an empty roster spot is greater than Hill and Hayward in a
standard league, yeah.
Right.
So if it's a standard setup, standard league, you hang on to your best player, you hang on to your Kawhi.
Right, and we'll say that almost every time.
Right, unless there's like absolute roster disaster where you need to spread the wealth around, you don't trade the best player in the trade. Like you don't want to be the one giving up the best player.
Right.
Unless you have to, or there's something you really want.
Positional recovering for yes, there's times where it's acceptable, but most of the time not.
You prefer not to do that. I mean, again, nobody really wants to do that anyways. If you are in a position where you have to do that, you know what you're doing and you know what you have to get. So, right? Like, I mean, again, you're like, oh shit, I have no
calculated
centers.
risk.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes you got to spread the wealth around. We get that.
Okay.
But a lot of times you don't have to do that.
Another question from Wall MVP.
Wow.
Thoughts on giving Rondo and Rubio for Wiggins?
Rondo and Rubio for Wiggins.
Absolutely. Rubio sucks.
Yeah. But Well, I mean, Wiggins isn't like supremely great. I mean,
No, I
he's
mean he had those
lots of
like
points.
couple of games with a lot of points, but then like he disappeared for the next 2 games.
Yeah, he's very, very hit or miss at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm a big Wiggins fan. I have a lot of Wiggins.
You're a bigger Wiggins fan than I am.
Yeah, I'm pretty much like driving the Wiggins fan bus, like
Bandwagon.
bandwidth, whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But
Fan bus.
anyways, I'm driving it. I'm on the
Where's
fan
my
bus.
baby hands?
My baby hands. My baby hands are steering the fan bus. Fuck yeah. All right. So anyways, yeah, I mean, I love Wiggins, but Wiggins, he's no sure thing. He's no known quantity. I mean,
again, a lot of that really is based on the team needs. Like Jay Money was saying, like usually if you have a Rondo Rubio that's on a like very specific punt strategy team.
well, I was
then
gonna
to
say you're almost
get-
destroying it.
Well, yeah, and then to get a scorer that doesn't put up a lot of the counting stats, like it could be a situation where it just makes no sense because Rondo and Rubio are kind of guys I go for when I do my punting thing.
Well, I was gonna say that's a very specific setup there. I mean, how many point guards do you have that you can just give up Rondo and Rubio?
I mean, yes, that is a lot of assists and steals. I mean, it's god awful field goal percentage and a shit ton of turnovers.
Right? But if you balance it with the correct punting strategy, those are players you probably don't trade because they're specific. I mean, I don't know what the rest of his team is. That's the other thing. I mean, if I knew what the rest of his team was, like, okay, maybe Wiggins fits his build, but realistically, I mean, if you got Rondo and Rubio, like you're kind of locked into a situation there. And like disrupting that, you're almost you know what I mean? You're almost hurting yourself. Like you need to just sort of build around that.
I mean, yeah, I like Wiggins, and I always like trading for the best player in the draft in the trade.
Well, no, I agree. I like Wiggins myself, but if I've got that's the thing, is I'm not gonna have Rondo or Rubio by accident. It's not like, oh, how did I end up with these guys?
Right, because
you draft those players knowing what you're doing, I hope. And you've got a very specific team and you've got a very specific setup. So switching, changing horses midstream essentially there, I think that's detrimental. I don't know that that's a good trade really for him. I mean, like really what he needs to do is like get some Dwight Howards and some, some Drummonds and some Jordans and I don't know. Am I wrong? Go look at one of Ryan's teams. Go look at one of Ryan's teams and trade for those players. You got Rondo and Rubio. What are you doing going for Wiggins? I mean, I'm just saying,
right.
And I love Wiggins. I'm not crapping on Wiggins. I just think if you've already got those two players, you got to go with that strategy.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right. Well, that was a good question. I like that question. That was thought provoking. My thoughts were provoked.
Well, like Jay Money said, in a vacuum, sure, or he might, but not in a punt team build, like obviously, and that's kind of just what we were getting at.
Fingers.
Woo! All right, so we kind of ran long, skipped over some of the shit we were going to talk about.
Whoa, fingers.
Let's just do a live stream hangout this weekend, and either we're going to draft Andrew's baseball league, or we'll do a mock, or maybe even a mid-season basketball league.
I demand a baseball mock draft. Andrew from FantasyAid at FantasyAid1 on Twitter. Andrew from FantasyAid, I command you to draft this weekend. We want to do your mock draft. Let's mock draft. Baseball 2017. All right. It's going to be on FanTrax because you can draft year round. And the beauty of it is we're not going to play it. We're going to delete it Because fuck
That,
FanTrax.
that way we don't have to like do a mid-season fresh dynasty. Like, we're just gonna blow this league up.
Exactly. It's just for the sake of drafting. FanTrax is like, you know what? You know what I think FanTrax is? It's like jerking off into a sock. It's pretend. You know, it's not real fantasy.
I'm not even gonna comment.
I was trying to come up with a good analogy. I don't know. That was maybe a little obscene, but god damn it. Well, I don't know. I mean,
You gave me nothing.
what? You know what? You're a lot easier to talk to when we're not podcasting. If I had said that on the phone, you would have known what my reference was. You're just being antagonistic for the podcast. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's like, you know, it's not the real deal. It's not the. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Yeah. All right. Whatever. Sorry, I didn't mean to be vulgar or crass. Actually, I did, but whatever. But yes, Andrew from FantasyAid. Mock draft. Woo! Sound the horn. I was sounding the horn. Was it okay?
It was okay.
All right. I want to. Well, yeah, because we're all excited about the hot stove and the winter meetings and baseball and.
Now, J Money, or not J Money, James Cabino was asking if we play Hold'em.
You do. I don't.
I do.
I don't know how to play cards.
No, I've been a long time Texas Hold'em fan.
Okay.
Although not nearly as much lately.
Yeah, you haven't really played a lot of poker lately. I'm
I
surprised.
did go out and play last Friday on the day off I had. There was a friend was back in town, kind of thing, an old poker.
Who was that?
This dude Scott, who was an old poker buddy.
Okay.
So we all got together and played.
Well, that's good. You win any money?
We didn't win at the poker, but then we played LCR, which is a dice game.
It's a dice LCR.
Yeah, left, center, right.
Okay.
And you got like these dice. You roll 3 dice. They have little dots on them, or an LC or an R. And you get a certain amount of chips, which is how much dollars you put in. And so let's say you roll a LCR. 1 chip goes left, 1 goes into the pot in the center, and then the other goes to the right.
All right. I don't even know what any of that means. That's already too complicated for me.
Either way, Grace won the first game. I won the second one.
So you guys walked out of there with everybody else's money.
Well, we made a little money.
Well, what happened to craps? Nobody shoots crap anymore?
No.
The fuck, man? That's a game I can understand. Yeah, you gamblers. I don't know. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'm not very much for the gambling myself. You know, I'd rather play daily fantasy if that were legal.
Right. Which I need to get on.
Or you know what? I just wish the sports book was legal itself, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck fantasy. Fuck fantasy sometimes. I mean, really, like the best money I've ever made.
Parlay bet.
Well, I was gonna say the best money I've ever made was sports betting in Vegas. Like, of any, like, I mean, again, we won at Keno and other things, had nice nights, locally gambling, but the best money I've actually made over and over every time I've been to Vegas was like betting on baseball or betting on basketball, you know, and that's what I'd probably prefer to do. I wish we had a local sports book, you know.
Yeah, I do too.
I'd probably bet ponies. I'm just saying.
We do have a pony.
Well, we should go bet some ponies, dude.
It's pretty fun.
Well, we've been to the races, but we didn't bet on the ponies. You know what I mean? Like we went to the track, but we didn't put money down. I don't know why that was.
I don't remember that.
We went with your brother. I think we took a bunch of like.
No, we bet.
Did we?
Yeah, I did.
Maybe well, I don't know. Maybe I didn't.
You just didn't.
Maybe okay. All right. Well, you know, he told me to hit the Rattler before we left, so you know, took a bunch of painkillers, and I don't remember much of it. I don't know. I remember it being very fun, exciting, you know, drinking beer and watching horses, but I don't remember the money. I don't remember the money aspect. You must not have won.
I did win one race, but I don't think I was up overall by the time it was over.
Okay.
But the one race I did win was when I went down there and I looked at the horses and I'm like, that horse looks like it's going to kick all those other horses' asses.
So you liked that horse. Okay. All right. So you looked at the horse and you're like, I like that horse.
If I had a horse and I was going to breed it with any of those horses, I would have picked that one.
That's your stud pony.
That's my stud.
All right. Well, I mean, maybe we should go bet on the horses a little more. I don't know. We'll turn this into a horse betting.
I was looking to go a while back, but they shut it down for the summer because it gets too goddamn hot.
Oh, yeah. You can't race horses at 120 degrees.
No.
But now that it's like 65 degrees or 70 degrees outside, you can race horses.
Yeah.
So we should go.
All right, we'll do that.
Either
way, we're going to do a hangout and a draft this weekend. Sorry again, we've been kind of slacking a bit, but it's been that downtime in the year, plus busy, and plus Tom was sick.
I'm still getting over that goddamn shit.
Make excuses left and right. But we're addicts, not experts.
You know what? I love the most as an addict? Moon juice!
Woo! Santan!
Moon juice!
Oh, yeah.
All right. Do we have any more questions, or are we moving on to a new topic?
I thought we were wrapping up.
Oh, see, I wanted to keep going. I really like, we're talking about gambling and...
I know, but we're already over an hour.
Are we?
Well, we're at 106.
Time sure flies.
Granted,
we got a few more minutes.
Of that was Aretha Franklin at the beginning.
Yeah, that really, it just kept going. We weren't sure when it was going to end. It's probably still going on somewhere. It's still going in some other time. So, damn, dude, that was the most epic national anthem ever. It really was. I mean, yes, it was hilariously too long, but it was also pretty badass. I mean, like even Colin Kaepernick stood up. I don't know. I'm just saying. That was a great one. I'm glad we let in with that. That put the show on there. That put us on the right path today. I feel it healed the country. I think we're all healing.
Right.
We're all getting better because of it.
Good old Aretha Franklin.
Yep. Little respect will do you all kinds of good. Now, there was something else we wanted to talk about. What was it? Oh yeah, Andrew from FantasyAid, do your draft. We want to mock draft baseball.
Honestly, I have such a high draft withdrawal because it's been way too long.
You're not even shaking anymore.
Last night, instead of playing Skyrim,
what?
I did a 2K NBA fantasy draft.
Okay, all right.
I had it that bad. The withdrawals, I couldn't take it anymore.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually kind of about ready to take a Skyrim break. And I was kind of thinking about doing, because I've done all the Road to the Show shit for, last year's MLB The Show. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of thinking, I'll do a fantasy draft and play like a team, play a season kind of thing.
See, that's what I did with my 2K.
Yeah. Well, I was just, all of a sudden it felt like it was time, And, I'll have to wait a few months till the next MLB The Show is out, but in the meantime, I could play a season or two, right?
At least quite a few games.
Yeah, have my fun.
I mean, you're not going to play fucking 324 games.
I might. I could. I might. I don't know.
Still doesn't equal your Skyrim hours.
No, dude. Oh, my God, Skyrim. Oh, God. How many weeks in a row we're just gonna be talking about Skyrim for the next couple months until we platinum it and we're done? Like, Jesus Christ. Hey, by the way, if you've, you're like, I don't know, maybe I'll try an RPG. And like, yes, Skyrim is old, but it's new because they remastered it. Go get it. It's really good. It's fun as
You
fuck.
never played it, absolutely.
Oh my God, it's fun. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. Hey, I'm really pissed off that chick stole the horn. The horn of Jurgen Windcaller.
Okay.
Oh God damn it!
Set you up. You go through that whole thing, and it's not even there, and you got a goddamn note.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like, by the way, a post-it note. There's like a post-it note for some epic artifact, right? Like, oh, I stole it, and just come meet me, and we'll talk about it. And you're like, you motherfucker!
Uh-huh.
I am gonna burn you to the ground.
Folks will die.
Right? But when you get there, she's all like, well, I know who you are. And it's such a pain in the ass. God damn, I love that game, dude.
Fuck Daphne. She's a cunt.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Dropping hard C.
All right.
Hey. I want to do one thing. I want one more thing.
Okay.
We missed this in the news segment. I just want to say specifically, because he was asking about it. And because I know everybody's concerned, all right?
Everybody's so concerned, Tom.
Everybody is concerned. The whole addicts community is very, very nervous and worried about our buddy. We got another addict.
Big
We're all
Daddy
very worried.
Bronson.
Big Danny Bronson, right? Well, I mean, he's Thurman Merman. We've all decided he's Thurman Merman, right?
Right.
From the Bad Santa movies.
And
Thurman Merman, my adopted son. Yeah, I'm Bad Santa. I'm fucking right.
Billy Bob.
I'm Billy Bob Thornton. I'm Bad Santa. And then Thurman. Jesus fucking Christ, kid, are you fucking with me? That's what I want. I feel like that. I feel like I'm Billy Bob Thornton. I'm having sex with somebody in Bronson's. There's Bronson's hot tub. I'm in there like, fuck me, Santa, fuck me, Santa. Right?
Right.
But we're all worried. Why isn't Thurman Merman, a.k.a. Bronson, going to school? He's skipping so much class and not doing his assignments. Well, guess what? I have news. He's been going to school, everyone.
Woo!
We made him go back to school.
Such a great influence this fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous community is.
We are. No, we're like, well, but here's the thing. I mean, right? Like, we're like a system of parental advice for him. We're all like,
it's not even
in our
10
30s.
in the morning and we've been drinking.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. Billy Bob Thornton in Bad Santa, he was drinking by 10 in the morning. Hell. I mean, how many times did he fall down and hit his head on the ground because he was drinking? A lot. That's not the point. That's not the issue. He taught Thurman Merman, right, to stand up for himself or take care of himself. And that's what we're doing for Bronson. He's going to school. He's getting his assignments turned in. He's half-assing stuff and still coming out with A's. So I just want to say, Bronson, we're proud of you. Keep it up. Like, really, like, he wanted a shout-out. He wanted us to talk about him. So here we are talking about Bronson. And I just want to say, like, we are happy that he has, committed himself to school. And some people are wondering, like, in like the FSAA Roto League, why he's maybe a little lackadaisical about setting his team.
That's something we're going to talk about.
Right. He's not tanking. There's no tanking in a redraft league. His team sucks. He knows it. He just kind of got lazy with it because now he's going to school and doing shit for school. And this kid's in high school. We need to get behind him doing that. So, like, if he's not setting a crappy team, let's not go nuts.
Well, as a commissioner, kind of one of those commissioner corners, I did go and actually, like, put LeBron James back in his lineup.
Right. And that wasn't, that was like a mistake. It was one of those things where it's like, he set his lineup.
And LeBron had an off day.
Yeah, it was like a LeBron off day.
Back. Yeah, I get it. But as a commission tool and tip, like, just for competition's sakes, like, if there's a team like Bronson, like, no LeBron Jameses should be on the bench for any extended amount of time.
No, so you use your commission tools. You go throw them in the lineup for the guy. Like, no big deal. It's not a big deal, but yeah, I mean, Bronson says he's got the app for his phone and he's ready to rock, ready to make, moves and at least set his lineup, even though it's a crappy team. I mean, hell, my team sucks in that league too. But you still got to at least sort of mostly set your lineup. But I'll make an exception. This kid's going to school, and for Christ's sake, like,
All right, we just got a question from Oliver Queen.
hey,
Covington for Noel, yes.
yeah.
Like Robert Covington, like, I don't know. I wouldn't even want him unless it's a deep league. Like, I'm trying to drop him in a 14-team league.
Yeah, I mean, I'd bank on the Noel return.
Yeah.
Pugs are excited about a Noel return.
Noel.
Yes, do that. Yes, go do it now. That's a good question. Go do it now.
No problem.
Okay, so any more questions? Anybody hanging out in the chat? I mean, I know we got a couple people hanging out, so let's just any conversation. Anybody want to get anything off their chest? Talk about the holidays. Talk about your basketball, your football.
I don't know.
I'm opening it up. I'm opening up to the floor. I just want to see if we have any conversation out there.
Okay, we'll give it a minute.
Okay, we're giving it a minute while the pugs bark violently. Bark, bark, bark.
Again, I've already worked 12 hours. Oh, Monte Ellis.
What about Monte Ellis?
I don't know. What do we think about him? He's been really shit.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't that the case last year too?
No, it wasn't that bad.
Yes, it was pretty goddamn.
He's on a downhill slide. I mean, I don't know if I straight up drop him or, I mean, if it depends on the Jesus Christ.
Good Lord.
Jesus Christ, they're fucking
Probably
going
getting
nuts.
a delivery.
Okay, I was gonna say they don't like Monte Ellis.
No.
All right, so I think it would be safe to like
10-team. No.
10-team. Oh, why is he even on your roster? I mean, honestly, like if it's a 10-team league, you could pretty safely move on. I'm sure there's something else out there that you could go get.
Even just the empty roster spot and
being flexible. Yeah, if you just streams players throughout the week, that's better than one Monte Ellis. I mean, 10-team, nah.
Okay, yeah. Cubby Nose talking about how the MLB season is going to start 5 days earlier.
Woo! World Baseball. Woo!
But the only problem with starting in March is it's still going to be snow and cold. And, I mean, there's already enough goddamn PPDs delays in the first week of the season.
Game. Yeah, there's always like that, like snow out, rain out, postponed game.
mean, unless they're like real good with their schedule, where like all AL East teams you're playing, the AL West teams are on the road for the first week.
Hopefully they do something like that. I mean, that would make the most sense going forward. I don't think they did that for 2017, but
I don't know. I just think last year's was like
there were so many games, so many like postponed, rain delay, snow delay, whatever the fuck. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't affect us. I love that. I love spring training here, man. And I love World Baseball. And why is World Baseball not here at all? How did we go?
In Arizona, that is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we had for basically 12 years World Baseball. I mean,
that's why it's time to change it up.
No. Hey, do you think the Mexico versus USA games would be any better?
Absolutely not.
No, well, maybe LA. I could see Mexico versus USA being better in LA. But, like, I'm sorry. Like, Mexico versus USA in Chase Field in Arizona was awesome. Like, you got American fans, you got Mexican fans. Like, everybody's going fucking berserk. People running around with flags.
At the inaugural game.
The World Baseball Classic is the coolest goddamn thing that ever happened. It really is. And
it's awesome.
if you live on the West Coast and you live in LA or like San Diego or San Francisco, you get a chance to go see some of these games, please do. I've been for the finals and the championships every time except this time coming up. I am, well, let's just say my life's different because of not going. But those were so fun, man. Do you remember that? Do you remember the Puerto Rico game where there was like the guy in San Francisco smoking a joint? You're like, did you see him? I was like, oh yeah, I was sitting right behind him. And then there was the Cuba game one year in San Diego, and god damn, dude, like watching these. That's why I think baseball, like the World, not the World Series, but the All-Star game should go to a World versus USA.
Yeah, well, that's how it is in the fucking minor leagues.
Yeah, I think that's how it should be. That really makes sense. Why is it not that way regularly?
All right, we just got a comment on our YouTube chat.
Hey,
please check out, it's by Light Cycle / Third Eye. Please check out the song on autoplay on my channel. It's time for people to wake up. Lots of heart research, the pineal gland plus DMT spirit molecule. You have the third spiritual eye. All right. Block user.
Whoa, dude. Whoa. That sounded exciting. He's talking about the perennial gland?
Pineal gland and DMT and the spirit molecule.
What's the spirit molecule?
I dropped the hammer.
Well, what's the spirit molecule? Wait a minute, dude. This sounded like some new age hippie shit that I might like.
Get out of here with that shit.
Oh, don't be like that. Come on, you got to be open to new shit. We should have heard him out. We could have had a guest.
Talking I like people about DMT. Fuck that.
Well, I don't even know what the fuck that is. I might want to hear about it.
Fucking drug.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Fuck that.
You don't do drugs, Ryan?
No.
No? What is it?
No, let's wrap this up so I can go have a cigarette.
What? What?
Hush.
What? Wait, Mr. Vape is smoking cigarettes again?
Judge.
I am judging. That's a filthy, disgusting habit, Ryan. And I'm disappointed that I'm not there to take advantage of it with you.
we got Sonic checking us out. He's saying that that life cycle third eye pops up on a lot of live streams. So he's just a fucking spammer.
Well, so he's out there hustling. I don't know. What is it? What the fuck is it?
He's a fucking Jehovah's Witness of hippies. I don't know. Go Google light cycle third eye.
Light cycle third eye. What the fuck is it? I mean, we're talking about it now. Like, he did his job. all 50 people who listen to this podcast will now wonder what the fuck light cycle third eye is.
I don't know.
What is it? I don't know what it is.
Probably checked it out. He's seen them before.
Is it any good? Is it fucking bogus? What is it? I just want to know what it is. That's all. I'm curious. I don't know. I like to know what people are doing and things are, you know? I don't know. I'm open-minded. For being as closed-minded as I am, I'm pretty open-minded, right?
No, you're not.
Hey, just because I don't know what it is, like, I might not like it, but I at least want to know what it is. Right?
Well, I'm not even going to get into it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Again, I think I'm a fair bit more hippie than you are.
What? Well, you did well, I don't know, right? We both voted kind of conservative this year. Except for the weed thing, man. God damn it. Hey, J Money, you know what he's doing? He's doing fucking cartwheels. You know why? Because Massachusetts legalized marijuana.
Arizona did not.
No, we didn't. We pride ourselves on being a very libertarian free state here, and we still apparently can't smoke weed. God damn it. And now we have to wait 18 years again for it to be on the ballot. Ryan, I hate to say it. I'm going where the addicts are. I think I'm going to the East Coast.
Okay.
I don't know. look, maybe I can get a job with J Money, you know? That sounds like a pretty good racket, you know? Like I could drive a snowplow and clean out sewers and crazy shit. I wouldn't mind that. I like that sort of thing. I like dirty shit.
Can't even drive your car to go to my house.
No, I know, but it's because I don't like the big city anymore, you know? But if I was driving like a snowplow, I think I'd be just fine. I think I'd be all right. Yeah. I'm picturing this now. Yeah. Are you picturing it? Are you picturing like I picture like well the pugs are going nuts, but I picture like me and J Money smoking weed, getting really buff, working out all the time. Yeah. Driving like huge trucks and doing cool shit. Sounds awesome.
I don't know, it sounds like the gay version of Farmers Only.
What? No, that was not the intention at all. What the fuck? All right. God damn it. God damn you, Ryan. I was talking about two guys cleaning out sewers and plowing snow. How do you equate that to homoeroticism, you son of a bitch? Working out, packing on masks.
That name again is Mr. Plow.
Mr. Plow. Oh yeah, dude, I could be Mr. Plow or the Plow King. It'd be great. Oh wow. All
right, I think we just jumped the shark on this podcast.
Oh, it's your fault, dude. It's your fault.
All right, this is our live stream hangout this weekend. Will be fun on Sunday night.
We're either drafting. We're gonna tell Andrew when his draft is. Andrew, you do your draft when we say you do it.
Sunday night.
We're doing it Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, right? Like
Sunday night football draft live stream hangout.
Yes, it'll be like 5 or 6 o'clock West Coast. Okay, so whatever that is, East Coast, like 3 or 4, I don't know, whatever the fuck.
If you guys see Andrew on the site, tell him.
Tell him when he's doing his draft because the draft horn has been sounded.
Yeah, that's what I need to buy is a fucking horn.
No, you need like you need like one of those vuvuzelas or like something massive, you know, like one of the Ricola horns. Like Ricola. Like something Swedish. I don't know. Draft. That'd be awesome, man. Yeah. You got to get one of those. Like it's made out of like horns or something. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So draft on Sunday, somehow, some way, some kind of some draft. We're doing that Sunday. Right?
Yep.
And we're going to hang out. And it's going to be better than this podcast, I promise.
I'm ready for it.
Ryan turned it into a homoerotic thing. It wasn't. God damn it, dude. I just thought it sounded like a good living. I thought that sounded like something I could do. And you turned it into like a... I don't know, man.
All right. Thanks for listening. Off the rails.
You asshole. All right. J-Money, I'm sorry, Ryan's an asshole. I was just envisioning like a buddy flick, and Ryan's turning into like a homoerotic adventure. God damn it. Well, man, that's homoeroticism in the sewers. Oh, man,
right.
I thought that was bro stuff.
Fantasy gods. Please grant me the serenity to set my ideal lineups and the courage to add drop
aggressively, not homoerotically,
and the wisdom,
as always, to collect trash and drive a snowplow. God damn! I just thought it sounded like fun. I just thought it sounded like a really fucking awesome lifestyle. I don't know. I could do that, and you turned it into something shameful. Well, not shameful, but
that I did.
Well, just kinky. That it wasn't needing to be. Damn you, Ryan. Damn you. Damn you. Hey, look, it's okay. It's okay. If there's homoerotic like snow plowing and trash collecting and sewer cleaning out there, God bless it. Fantasy gods bless it. Oh, Ryan, you dicked her. I don't know why I can't stop laughing about this.
All right.
You ruined it.
I gotta get to bed.
Oh, Ryan's going to work. He's going to bed. All right. So, yeah, check out our website, FantasySportsAddicts.com. Hit us up on Twitter at letter F, letter S, the word double letter A. FSAA. You can always, if you want to get in on this baseball draft, hit up Andrew from FantasyAid. He's on YouTube. He's on Twitter at FantasyAid1. Get him on, let him know you want to draft. We're going to do that Sunday night, and we're all going to be there. In the meantime, if you got to do anything else, you want to complain about this podcast like I do, FantasySportsAddicts.com. That's the place to do it.
All right.
All right. Woo-hoo-hoo! Ryan. Oh, you asshole.
What?
You ruined it. You ruined my good sentiment. I thought I was... You ruined it. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully podcast 71 is better. All right. Right. Any last words? Nothing?
Woo!
Woohoo!